So, hello everyone. I am Prachita Bhattacharya, and today I welcome you all to our session, getting started with technical content writing. So all of you know me, Deepikesh, Arpit, and Shubhadeep. We are all members of Cybernetics under Phoenix, and today we bring you the session, getting started with technical content writing. So today we will be talking about the basics of technical content writing, the fundamentals, about the tips to keep in mind, that what are the important tips and tricks to secure an internship in technical content writing, and how to be successful in the career of technical content writing as well. So I will be first introducing you to technical content writing. Then Shubhadeep will be talking about the common platforms of technical blogging and freelancing in technical content writing. Then Deepikesh will be talking about the important points that you have to keep in mind while writing a technical blog or an official document or a research paper in this manner. And lastly, Arpit will be ending the session with with his internship experience of technical content writing at Designer Blog, and also he will be also telling you about the roadmap of how to get a successful internship in technical content writing. So let's begin. So yeah, all of you have heard about technical content writing, right? Many of you have heard. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes, Didi.
Yeah. So technical content writing. So what is technical content writing? Technical content writing, like if I summarize it by definition, it's actually writing of a document or an article or a blog based on any technological trend or any particular technology, or it can be any official document as well of a particular organization, of a particular institution, but it must be written in a organized, constructive, and formal manner. So you can ask that what is the difference between technical content writing and content writing? Content writing, it's there is no rule that content writing must be in a formal and must be in an informal manner. Like you can write a content on anything in an informal matter, in an informal manner. But usually the articles that are associated with technical content writing, they are found to be formal, constructive, and obviously informative in their language. So under technical content writing, like there are several other domains as well. So like if you write a blog on any particular domain, suppose there is a buzz around like web 3.0, like with the introduction of meta name by Facebook, or by by the Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg. So you can like go to a online platform and you can write an article about it. You will be telling like how web 3.0 came into existence, and how Mark Zuckerberg mentioned it with the introduction of meta. You can mention it like that, like you can write your article like that. So you will be first of all, you will be not introducing your article by hello friends, this is web 3.0. You will not be mentioning in that manner. Obviously you will be mentioning in like that, in for example, web 3.0 has created quite a stir in the market by the introduction of meta by Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg. So yeah, this very sentence is a formal sentence. Okay, it's not an informal one. It's constructive, and in one line, it also gives an introduction about like what you are going to talk about in your article. So in this manner, like this sentence, the all the other sentences in your article are constructed in such manner, so that the article like gives you the impression that yeah, it's different from any type of content writing. It's like based on any particular technology. That's the main purpose. That is one of the main purposes of technical content writing. And obviously for technical content writing, if you are like talking about a particular topic that is quite, that is quite difficult. Suppose you're talking about cryptocurrency, you're particular talking about cryptocurrency or blockchain, which is a little bit difficult for people to understand. So you can like introduce it in that manner, that yeah, like have you heard, like you can introduce it with an example. Examples are very much crucial, but examples are not like that are not like informal examples. Like you will be introducing an example, like suppose a person goes to the bank and does this. Herewise you can like like you can mention examples and you can explain your cases regarding a particular technology. So what is technical so that is what technical content writing is about. So in other words, like I have mentioned, the basics of technical content writing, and and likewise I have also mentioned the technical content writing can also be divided into blogs, technical blogs, that is written on any platforms like medium.com or dev. There you can write like blogs on any particular technology, like I have just now mentioned, like like blogs on web 3.0. That's an example of a technical blog. And you can also like and also like official documents, like suppose offer letters or MOU, that is memorandum of understanding between two organizations. Like suppose a contract between two organizations, that is also an example of technical content writing. Research papers, you will see like in IEEE or any other scientific research document platforms, there are research papers. So these are also examples of technical content writings as well. So there are many formats of technical content writing, obviously. Like technical blogs can be written with examples. Research papers, you cannot write that with examples. You have to like state properly your state cases with statistics as well. Because when you are proving a matter, statistics plays an important role. You can also like incorporate statistics in your technical content writings, because if you are proving your statistics right, then obviously your article or your point of view obviously gets a stronghold in the article as well. So now, so I will be like sharing my screen and I will be like telling you about medium.com. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So up to this, like all of you have understood like what I have told. Like I have told in a very I have told you in a very short and crisp manner. But still, like, have you any problem regarding regarding anything that I have yet told? Hello.
Not yet.
No.
Okay. So like any questions, you can like just unmute your mic and ask. Okay. Or you can ask in the chat section as well. So this is medium.com. Okay. So medium.com is not only about technical content writing. You can also like write many articles about any many other topics as well. But yeah, technical content writing is quite evident in medium.com. Like whenever you search about any particular topic, like suppose I'm searching about uh, React. There is a particular component in React, that is React hooks. So I'm searching React hooks, React.js hooks. So this is like the informal document. But yeah, like you can see, like in free code camp, in a free code camp, or like if I search React.js hooks medium, then it will give me a medium article. So if I like click on the topic, then this is what a medium article based on technical content writing like looks. Like you can be like you can also be this person. Okay, it's not has to be like any eminent person or like any person like associated having a higher degree. You in your first year can also, like if you know about a particular topic, or in your like you in your first year, second year, third year, in any undergraduate years, like if you know a particular topic, then obviously you can write about that. So yeah, like I have mentioned React hooks, so obviously like he has like written like what is React hooks and how it is implemented and what are the core features. He has also included some code as well. So when you are talking about any particular coding language, you can also include your code. You can also provide code screenshots, or you are talking about any particular project, particular projects like are also discussed in many technical content writing documents. So there you can like mention your code snippets and your screenshots about that particular document project. Like you can also provide pictures regarding that. So yeah, like he has mentioned, like he has also included the code as well. So likewise you can like as I have told, like the more you provide real life examples, real life proofs that that the topic you are writing in technical content writing has a proof or has or something applications in real life, that your content, your blog or your document or your article gets much more prominent, and also gets much recognition among the viewers or the readers, because we understand what we see. And when we see that, yeah, like the topic you're talking about, it can be is applied or can have a real life application, then your topic gets more interesting. If we don't know that particular topic, or we have a little knowledge about the topic, or we want to know further. So this is how like medium.com is. So like in USA, like there is a method also in medium.com, or in many other countries there is a method in medium.com where you can like write and like earn money as well. But yeah, it's in India, it's not yet there. So here, like as in like Flutter is a technology that is used in Android, that is used in app development. So like here it is a article, here is a blog about Flutter. So when I click it, it's like talking about Flutter 2.8 and like many other things. So as you can see, like he has given pictures, like you can like give pictures from the website, like from the website, from the integrated pictures that is already there in medium.com, or you can incorporate pictures on your own. So this is what is technical. So this is what like what is the main what is the main gist of technical content writing. So like you can like go there, and like you can, if you find the article interesting, you can like give I have not created an account, so you can like give a clap, and like you can tell that yeah, your article has a great significance, or you can like comment on it, or you can share on it as well. So yeah, this is pretty much about medium.com. And like you can create an account, and you can write any account, any document here also. Like when you like sign in, if I sign in with Google, I'm signing into my college account. Okay. Okay, they might like not take the account with here, but yeah, here perhaps they might have my Medium account. So here it is my Medium account, and like if I go here, and like I have written some document, I've written some blogs. So they have like so here here it appears. So like you can go and write also your document, like you can write a story here, like if you want to include anything, and you can like, and this in the title section you give the appropriate title obviously, and here you can like start. And along with this, like if you add the plus button, then it gives you the options to include any link or image or any particular here. So you can really like go there on Medium and create create an account, and like obviously you can get obviously interesting documents. So and whenever you are like searching about any particular technical topic, you can just write that particular topic, such as Web 3.0. And if you write only Medium, then obviously like Google will recognize that you are looking for a medium like a medium.com article, and the first result will be this first result will be that particular article from medium.com as well. So here like I have searched Web 3.0 Medium. So what is Web 3.0 and why it matters? Here it is a Medium article. So this is this. So now like up to this, like if you have any questions you can ask, and we will be like moving ahead with Shubhadeep, who will be like introducing you to the Dev platform, which is a similar platform like Medium, and also be talking about blogging and freelancing as well. Over to you, Shubhadeep.
Thank you, Di. Thanks, Prajadi, for the brief introduction about what actually content writing is. So up to now, is there any queries or questions? Then you can ask to the. Otherwise, we will move on. Is there any queries? Okay, I think no. So first of all, let me just introduce myself. I am Subodhi Maiti, currently third year undergraduate electronics and telecommunication branch in Netaji Subhas Engineering College. So Dee has told about the Medium platform. We have some other platforms also like Dev, Blogger, and some others also. So to become a content writer, the first thing you should know that is not a lot of things, but if you choose a platform like Medium, Blogger, or Dev, now you have a platform. So let's start some writing. Like in Dev.2, you can or Medium, you can share your post. That might be technical, that might be non-technical. Now, what is the next step? Go to your FB and LinkedIn profile and update your profile that right now you are a content writer. You are not in zero position. You are now in some three or fourth position. That right now you can call yourself that you are a content writer and you can update your profile in LinkedIn, FB, or Insta. How many of you have a LinkedIn profile? Can I get a heads up?
I have a LinkedIn profile.
Others, FB, I can say that every one of you have a FB account, but
LinkedIn
LinkedIn.
profile. We have LinkedIn.
I also
Yes, I
have.
do have a LinkedIn.
Great, great, great. I can see that a lot of people have their LinkedIn profiles. So after choosing a platform, that might be Medium, Blogger, Dev, or any other, but remember that choose only one, anyone. That is completely your choice. Choose anyone and go and write something. Choose a topic and start writing. That might be technical, that might be non-technical. Don't think that you have to write only technical topics. You can choose some non-technical topics also, like food, UI UX design, graphics design, anything. Now, the most important thing that how can we improve? To improve yourself, you have to start networking. Now, Bhaiya, how can you start networking? Just go
By
to
talking
LinkedIn.
with different people on LinkedIn.
Great, Priyanshu. Right. Any other? Anyone else? Yes, Priyanshu, you are completely right that by talking someone who is familiar with content writing or who know how to write, go to LinkedIn or Instagram and search people who are content writers or who hire people who are in content writing. Now, Bhaiya, how to search? Just let me share my screen and you can understand that how to search for the people. What I can see that most of the people has LinkedIn profile, so I am sharing that, like my LinkedIn profile, and go here and search content writer and hit enter. Click here and search people. Now you can find multiple people who are in content writing. And why we are getting these people's profile? Because in their bio, they have already written content writer. Click the connect button and make some friends in LinkedIn or in Instagram or any other platform and start talking with them. They will guide you that how can you start your journey as a content writer. So in this way, you can start networking. Any queries up to this? Start adding them in your friend list. That might be in LinkedIn or Instagram or any other social platform. Now you have some friends who are content writers. That might be technical content writers or maybe non-technical content writers. Now start to talk with them. Now, if you guys just think that if I ask 10 people and 8 or 9 people will reply me, so it will not going to happen. If you ask 10 people, then maybe 2 to 3 people will give you some answers or will give some reply. But if you are not getting that amount of reply, or maybe I mean 2 or 3 reply, then it means that you are networking with the wrong people. So it is necessary that you should network with the right people. So that's the thing also. And secondly, the main thing is when you are searching something, or you are working for some org as a technical content writer, ask them about their website. And if they don't have any website, ask them about their Instagram page, or their Facebook page, or their any other pages or Twitter handles, anything. What happens generally that people will say that we will provide you that amount of money and you have to write that things, but after that they will not provide you. It's a kind of fraud. So if you want to play in safe, if you want to play safe, then you should remember these points, that yeah, the people are around you and some orgs are around you, that Arpit will talk about that. If some organizations will provide you 1 rupee for a single word. So if you are writing a blog or a content which has generally 1000 words, then in a day you can earn 1000. If you're writing a blog for 1000 words, if you're writing for 30 days, then in a month you can earn 30,000 rupees. That's enough for you, I think. So these things you have to remember. And for the other blog platform, which is dev.to, that is also same. Let me just share my screen. That is also same like Medium, what we has already talked about. This is also a dev.to platform, and you just create post and you can write anything, whatever you want. That add a cover image, add something like your title, and write your post. You can here an extra feature we have, that is tags. If you are writing Node.js or JavaScript or web dev or programming related things, you can add these tags. Otherwise, it's fine that if you are writing non-technical topics, you can write that also. You can add the tags for non-technical topics. That is also fine. That's not going to be a problem. So, and after that, you can write your blog and whatever you want to add. That's totally up to you. But initial stage, you can start with any simple platforms like Blogger or Medium, or also Dev is also fine. You can start with that also. So any queries or any questions you want to ask, then you can feel free to ask. Or if you want to write that in the chat section, you can write.
How can we do the technical content writing on GFG?
GFG, on GFG, okay, I will share the link. Okay, there's a particular link. I will share the link in your Telegram group. Just write on the, just click on that link and you will get the page.
Okay.
Okay, I will share that after this session. I will share that in your Telegram group. Any other queries?
Bhaiya, how would we choose the right platform?
Look, there is nothing like right and wrong platform. Every platform is good, but you should choose beginner friendly platforms. Like, just take a scenario that you are in a platform where the people who are around you are not good in writing, also are not bad in writing. Okay, they are like they can the people if you are in a platform that where every people is beginner, then they can't guide you. That whatever you are writing, you need some people who can judge your write your blogs or your content or your writings, anything. So if people are who are around you, they are not familiar with, they are completely beginners, then the platform is not good for you. But yeah, for the initial stage, you can start writing, but gradually you should grow and you should change the platforms. But after a certain time, that it's not like that today I am writing in Medium, tomorrow I'll write in Blogger, and day after the next I will write in Dev. That will not help you. For a particular amount of time, you should stay in a particular platform. Any other queries? If If you don't have any queries, then we will move forward. Feel free to ask your queries. Okay, I think no. So there are multiple points to talk, tons of resources to share, but due to some time constraints, I will stop here. We have more speakers who will share their knowledge and experience on this topic. So next speaker is my friend Dipikesh Kumar. Dipikesh, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Suri. Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes.
you are audible.
Yeah. So I'm DPKS Kumar, a third year undergraduate, and I am a web developer and cloud developer. So as far we know that what is technical writing and where can we write about this content writing, like there are platforms like dev.to, Medium, blogging, and how can we earn using the content writing. So let's move forward and let's understand in brief that how should we write content writing in such a manner that it can be understandable by everyone, because the main point of technical writing is that it can be uh, complex idea, principle, and functionalities can be break into a simple process so that every kind of audience can understand that. Every kind of audience means audience can be a new and someone who is experienced and one who is just in hurry and want to know about some minimum detail. So one thing is the reader a prospective user, a new user, or an experienced user? What is the goal of the user? To complete a task or to research a topic? Is the user is in the middle of a task? Are they in hurry? Could they be frustrated? Means suppose how many of you have heard a name Node.js?
I have heard of that.
Okay, so suppose you go to Google, you went to Google and search for Node.js for beginner, and you found a blog related to that. And in that blog, uh, the article is written in such a way that it is not at all beginner friendly, but it is an implementation of complex processes. So, are you going to get that what is they try to tell you? Means क्या तुम्हें समझ में आएगा कि वो क्या बताना चाह रहे हैं, क्योंकि तुम अभी नोजेस के बारे में कुछ भी नहीं जानते हो, तुम एक टॉपिक सर्च कर रहे हो कि नोजेस फॉर बिगिनर्स, तो उसका कॉम्प्लेक्स इम्प्लीमेंटेशन तो तुम्हें समझ में आएगा भी नहीं, सीधा सा बात है. सो
Yes.
इन सब चीज़ों का बहुत ध्यान रख के लिखना पड़ता है कंटेंट राइटिंग को. और भी चीज़ होता है जैसे कि देखो, डेफिनेटली हर एक टॉपिक है उसका कॉन्टेक्स्ट सेम ही रहेगा, तो तुम्हें इसमें काफ़ी रिसर्च भी करना होगा लिखने से पहले, क्योंकि तुम्हारा वर्ड पहले जो आर्टिकल्स लिखे हुए हैं उनसे मैच नहीं होना चाहिए, नहीं तो तुम्हारा जो आर्टिकल है वो स्टैंड आउट नहीं होगा उन सब में. तो एक अलग वे में तुमको इस चीज़ को समझाना होगा ताकि तुम्हारा आर्टिकल स्टैंड आउट करे. और भी चीज़ें होते हैं जैसे कि आई एम शेयरिंग माई स्क्रीन सो दैट यू कैन सी. Just a minute. So is it visible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so here is an article related to effective web designing. This is a content, technical content writing, and you can see that how this article is written. So 10 tips for effective web design. One thing which is important that whatever your topic is, stick to the point. Don't go this way, that way. Just completely stick to it. मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा भी उसके डिटेल में नहीं बताने का ज़रूरत है, कोई और पॉइंट बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. लाइक 10 टिप्स फॉर इफेक्टिव वेब डिजाइन, तो ये जो जो पॉइंट कवर किए हैं उसके बारे में और डिटेलिंग दी है, सिंप्लिसिटी, कंसिस्टेंसी, रीडेबिलिटी, बहुत सारा चीज़ होता है। ये उसके बारे में जस्ट स्टिक किए हैं, कैसे कैसे यूज हो सकता है, पर्पस, क्लियर कॉल टू एक्शन, ये सब तरह का चीज़। एक चीज़ और मैं बताना चाहता हूँ, लाइक पहले जब समझो घर में टीवी या कुछ भी आता था तो साथ में एक मैनुअल आता था, रिमेम्बर, कि टीवी को चलाया कैसे जाए, एक तरह का काइंड ऑफ डॉक रहता था। तो वो भी यू कैन ऑल्सो से दैट दैट इज टेक्निकल कंटेंट राइटिंग, क्योंकि जो टीवी कंपनी है उसे अपने प्रोडक्ट के बारे में तुम्हें समझाना है कि किस तरह से यूज करना है। टीवी अ काइंड ऑफ टेक्निकल कंटेंट राइटिंग हो जाएगा। सेकंड, तुम एग्जांपल ले सकते हो यूट्यूब का, जहाँ तुमको किसी वीडियो को अपलोड करना है, ओके, और तुमको नहीं पता है कैसे अपलोड करना है, तो तुम वहाँ भी जाके देख सकते हो। तो ये जो चीज़ यहाँ पे बताया गया है ये भी काइंड ऑफ टेक्निकल कंटेंट राइटिंग है, जहाँ उन्होंने बता के रखा है किस तरह से यूज करना है। तो इन सब चीज़ को भी तुम पढ़ के समझ सकते हो कि कैसे लिखा जाता है एग्जैक्टली। और भी तरह की चीज़ होते हैं, जैसे कि अगर तुम कोई एपीआई को इम्प्लीमेंट करना चाहते हो तो उनका भी डॉक होता है कि किस तरह से एपीआई को इम्प्लीमेंट किया जाए। लाइक यहाँ पे तुम देख सकते हो एपीआई डॉक है, और इसके बारे में डिटेल में लिखा हुआ है। सो काइंड ऑफ ये सब चीज़ें होती है। और लाइक यहाँ पे एक देखो, बेसिक इंट्रो टू नोड जेएस है, तो इसमें क्या बताया हुआ है, तो इसका पॉइंट को काफ़ी अच्छे से गौर से देखो। स्टार्ट किया गया व्हाट इज नोड जेएस से, ओके। उसके बाद फिर आया पॉइंट कि क्यों यूज करते हैं, ओरिजिन, इसका हिस्ट्री क्या है, इसका ज़रूरत क्यों पड़ा, ये कैसे काम करता है, और इसका एडवांटेज और डिसएडवांटेज क्या है। पर यहाँ पे कहीं भी डीप इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में नहीं गया है कि डायरेक्टली इम्प्लीमेंटेशन तुमको दिखा दिया गया हो, क्योंकि तुमको, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है कि जो भी तुम्हारा टॉपिक हो, जो भी तुम्हारा हेडिंग हो, तुम उसी में स्टिक करके रखो। तो ये सब कुछ पॉइंट होते हैं। और बेस्ट है कि तुम सीधा सा बात है, अब तुम लोग बीटेक कर रहे हो तो तुम लोग को बहुत ज़्यादा कंटेंट पढ़ना भी होगा, हर एक चीज़ को लेकर तुमको रिसर्च करना होगा जब भी तुम्हें सीखना होगा। तो वहाँ पे भी तुम जब पढ़ते पढ़ते तुम इस सब चीज़ को गौर से देख सकते हो किस तरह से लिखा हुआ रहता है हर एक चीज़, एंड देन तुम लोग भी उस चीज़ को लिखना स्टार्ट कर सकते हो सेम वे में। सो बस इतना ही है इसके बारे में कि किस तरह से इसी, मतलब ये सब पॉइंट को ध्यान में रख के, तो क्या क्या है, ऑडियंस को टारगेट करो कि ऑडियंस तुम्हारा कैसा है, पढ़ने वाला है, न्यू है, एक्सपीरियंस है, उसे क्या चाहिए, तुम किस ऑडियंस के लिए लिख रहे हो, और उसके अकॉर्डिंग लिखो। ये सब पॉइंट है बस। सो मैं यहीं पे एंड करता हूँ, और कोई क्वेरी?
And Priyanshu, I have already shared the link while
एनीवन?
you were asking.
Okay.
ओके, इट सीम्स
Uh,
लाइक कि अभी कोई नहीं है। हाँ, रिपीट।
Sorry, I thought that you ended, so I was about to begin. Continue, please.
Yeah, it's done now. So it's over. And he will tell you about some. He has some experience in content writing, and he will share with you. So over to you, Arpit.
Yeah, thank you, Dipikesh. Hello, everyone. My name is Arpit Anand. I am currently in IT third year, and back when I was in first year, I had some experience in working in a company which was started by one of our seniors, Varun Visal. His company was the Designer Block, and I applied to it using just actually I was just scavenging. I was just reading some of the posts on Facebook, and there was this ad or maybe the post of that company. So I just reached out to them through the email, and also a Google form was attached to it. So I just filled that, and I just got that job. It was not it was nothing kind of a job, but just a working experience, I would say, because it was not paid. It was for 1 month, and every day I had to write a small article related to the content that the company was creating or the services that company was providing. So like Prachadadi, Subhadeep, and Deepikesh told you already about how you can earn money using the sites like medium.com, get Geeks for Geeks, and also if it is an unpaid work, or some of the sites do not actually pay you money, but uh, even though writing technical content in all those websites is still a very nice experience for you guys. And also it is also about something providing to the world, to like the knowledge that you have, you can share it with the world. Like some knowledge that you might have about Node.js or cloud services, DevOps, you can share it to the world, because when you are learning those stuffs, then it was you who used other articles created by other people to master those fields. So you can, if you have any technical background, if you have some technical knowledge, then you can definitely go and uh, just share it out to the community. There are some very good websites that they talked about. I will be focusing on what I did for my internship, and what are the main points that I feel that is important while writing a content. So the company was Designer Block, as I said, and that company was providing various kinds of services like SEO optimization to other companies, then graphic designing, and various other small stuffs like uh, the in short, in a layman terms, what they were doing is, if suppose a small startup is trying to uh, like build an online presence, so what they will do is they will come to this company, the Designer Block, and they will say that yes, we'll charge you some money, and in for that amount of money, uh, we will optimize your search engine so that the results that come when people try to search your company is like more optimized. It will be more easier to find your company's profile or website. So that is what SEO was about. Then there is this graphic designing and whole lot of stuff. So what my job was is that I needed to create some content that will go out in the market. Like that company Designer Block will circulate my content in all of its posts and website holdings, and the readers or the consumer will read that and will accumulate the knowledge that this company is providing, accumulate the knowledge of the services that this company is providing to them. So that way it was a win-win game for everybody. The consumer that wanted to buy a product from this company will reach out easily to this company using that content, and that company will also acquire other users. uh, So am I clear right now, guys? Like, मतलब यहाँ तक सब समझ में आ गया तुम लोगों को? So this is actually basically how a company, or how that Designer Block used to work. Now, during that period of 1 month, what I learned is that I had a supervisor whom I used to send my all of my content to him, and what I found out is that which about the articles that got accepted ultimately is that they were concise, and there was some fun element to it. I always you know I made sure that there was something like it was not just monotonous, and people really found really connected to it in a more normal way, because it should not be like ultimately complete formal when you're communicating with a large audience. It should have a like you can use it, you can use a meme, or simple things like hey there, how are you all doing, or you can just use some relevant news, you can use some relevant news snippets or information related to the current scenario, because that will also give the sense to the user that this content is all new and latest. And this is the basic things, this is the top ultimate things that you need to keep in mind when writing content. And also you must use you should proofread whatever you are going to post, because there should not be any grammatical mistakes or errors, because then that is a kind of a hell which you do not want to go into. and it just ruins the ultimate, the idea that the company is trying to provide to you. So these are the things that you should keep in mind. And also, since this technical content writing does pay you some money, you should not. I assume that most of you are in in this CSC, IT, or ECE field, or you are. There is a chance that you will jump into an IT industry. So being a student of IT industry, I do not like. There is a limit to where you should take that into. Like content writing is good in a place like where you can earn part-time money, but there is it should not be your ultimate career, because the real thing is that there is not much pay in this. If you are not, and if for those who really get that paid, that amount of money that they get paid, they are like very few in this world, right? And since you are a student of information technology, you must uh, the only reason that I have not pursued content writing as like it has never been my priority number one is because uh, I thought that focusing on other kind of internships, like which really is of any importance to getting your placements and all, is also important equally. So that is just my simple advice, which I think that you also keep in mind. And since you all are in your first year, then uh, taking a chance and exploring this is not bad. In fact, this is a really good idea. Yeah, so I hope I'm clear. I am not like very bullish on this thing, but uh, I hope that I have been able to like tell you what I really feel about this, and hope that you have got something about how you should start with content writing. Back to Prachadadi. If you have any doubts, then you can ask it here.
So hello everyone. Thank you Arpit, Shubhadeep, and Dipikesh for introducing us to technical content writing and telling about it, telling all the nooks and tricks that we must follow about technical content writing. So another thing is that Arpit like mentioned that designer blog founder. It is actually Vishal Kunwar. He's a pass out from our college. He's a pass out from our college, and the co-founder is Shubhrakanti. He's fourth year in the civil department at present. So moving on, so I will be like first. Now I forgot to mention one thing. Like you have heard about plagiarism, right? Plagiarism, the term plagiarism, like related to like any copying or any defaulting any stuff, not defaulting, sorry, faulting any stuff or copying anyone's article. Like plagiarism term is very much used. So have you ever heard of it? Like have you all heard of it?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so plagiarism is that like when you copy someone's article, like word to word, or you like ideas can be same. Okay, like suppose I am writing an article based on a particular topic, and Arpit also thinks like Arpit doesn't know me, and he also thinks that writing a particular type of article. Okay, but yeah, our topics will be different, but obviously our languages will be different. But if anyone like who knows me and wants to copy my article, like copies the same article and copies the same language and like changes some nooks and tricks and some nooks and cracks of of that particular not sorry nooks and tricks, like some particular words or some particular language or some particular things they change in that article, but yeah, they adhere to the main language of that article that I have originally written, and they try to pass it out as like an article that has written by them, but it is not that case. So obviously that's like points out the plagiarism. So plagiarism is something like you are copying someone's article, or you're copying someone's writing, or you are copying someone's idea in a someone's idea, like someone's idea replica, like a clone of that idea. You're not like you are not like taking inspired from an idea. You are just like cloning that idea of any person and not giving credit to that person and just like passing it by your name that you have created it. That is plagiarism. So you can also unknowingly like many contents face plagiarism. So it may happen that you are not writing an article based on any person's content, or you are not like doing something that that you think is not adjacent to plagiarism. But yeah, like world is a vast place and there are millions of articles out there. So you may face some plagiarism. Like while posting on a content blogging platform, and you may find the fact that your content they have found out to be plagiarized. So for that you can like go to this. So like before writing any particular article, you can like prepare a manuscript. Like before I do any type of content, technical content writing like blogs or any type, I first do a manuscript of my article and I post it on the plagiarism checker. So you have all heard about Grammarly. Yeah, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So Grammarly, you have all heard about Grammarly, like regarding grammar check and everything. But yeah, Grammarly is also a plagiarism checker as well. So you can like you can go to grammarly.com /plagiarism checker. You can like upload your file. You can upload your file here, or you can paste your text here, and you can like press the scan for plagiarism. And yeah, if they find that if your content matches with something, then obviously like it will show that yeah, your content is matching to this to this content in some extent. Or if they find that yeah, your article has no link with any other article, like your article has not link, your article has no cloning link to any particular article, like you haven't copied from anyone. If they find out that yeah, it is unique and yeah, it is plagiarism free, then it will post that yeah, this content is plagiarism free. You can post it on any content, you can post it on any platform. So in this way, like it will be better for your regard as well, it will be better for you as well, and for the content posting platform as well. Like if you like stay away from plagiarism, and you like check your article in case if it is plagiarized or not, or if anyone tells it's plagiarized. Because I've seen in many cases that people don't find that they are plagiarized articles, but yeah, like unknowingly it becomes unknowingly, like websites or like any other particular person who has a particular profound knowledge on that particular topic, like finds out that the article has been finds out or it appears to him that the article has been plagiarized. So he or she may praise like any may bring a statement against you that you have copied from someone, this article is not your original, and that everyone and that no one wants to hear. So obviously, like you can go for a plagiarism checker and you can like just paste your article or upload your article here, and it will like tell you that whether the article has been copied or like adheres to any particular topic in such a manner that plagiarism is shown. It can show you that whether the article is plagiarized or not. So any particular question? Any question?
Yes. Yeah. I want to ask something.
Yes.
If I found that someone has copied my documents, then how to deal with them?
So yeah, if you find that your document has been plagiarized, like your document has someone has copied from your document, and he and she like see, I can like suppose Arpit has written an article or Shubhadeep has written an article. So I'm thinking about a similar topic, and I have mentioned about that topic. I am mentioning some of their writings as well in my article, but I'm not giving credit to them that I have like heard from them, I have read about their articles. I'm not giving credit to them in my written articles in the written format. So obviously that will lead to plagiarism. But if I like copy some part of their article and also give credit to them that yeah, I have like read from the Shubhadeep's article that he has clearly stated that this. So yeah, I am giving credit and I'm like admitting that yeah, these words are not my exact words. These words are taken from Shubhadeep's article. So this is here like plagiarism can be avoided in this manner. So if you find that someone has copied your article, but he or she has not given credit to you in that particular article in a written format, that yeah, I have taken inspiration from this article, he or she hasn't stated that in written format in his or her article, and are just passing on by telling that these are his or her words, then yeah, you can like contact him or her and directly tell him that yeah, you have copied from my article, I have evidence. If you have evidence, then obviously show it. And if you have evidence and then obviously show it and tell him that either you remove my part from your article, or you like write in a written format that yeah, these awards are taken from my article. You can contact his or her person, you can contact like him or her, like regarding this
And
matter.
what we will do if he or she copies with our article and then he or she claims that you have copied from my article?
Can you please like repeat the question?
I am saying what we can do in that situation if someone steals our content.
Hmm.
Someone steals our content and then tells that you have copied from mine. Then in that condition, what we will do?
You can show the see somewhere it appears whenever you post it on an online platform, the date shows like on which date you have posted. It is shown in almost all the platforms. Like when if you go to a Medium platform, it will be like showing you the writer, about the writer, and obviously like on which date or in which year the article has been posted. So obviously like if that person like tells you that yeah, you have copied from my article, like instead of admitting that he or she has copied from your article, then obviously you can show him by his
The date
like
will be the proof.
chronological format. Yeah.
The date will be the proof, the posting
Yeah,
date.
obviously the date will be the
Okay.
proof that yeah, like I have posted it on that manner, so I have posted it first in the online platform and you have posted it later on. So like evidence must be there, like before you confront any person or before you tell any person that you have copied from my article or he or she has copied from your article, then like proof must be there, like solid evidence must be there, solid evidence like in date format or like formats or like proofs that he or she like has taken inspiration from your idea in that manner. Like evidence must be there because you are bringing somewhat a very serious charge on him or her regarding his or her status. So like it like not his or her status, but yeah, this is somewhat related to his or her status as well, that you are like you are like charging him for like copying from someone, which is not at all respectful as well, which is not at all respectful. So yeah, you should have evidence that yeah, you have like brought up brought up this statement, and you have like not charges, like you have evidence supporting it. So yeah, Priya, yeah, like
Okay, now
Priyanshu.
it's clear. Now it's clear.
Yeah, yeah. So any other questions? You can ask me. Like if you have any other doubts, you can ask me, or you can ask in the chat section as well.
I have a doubt, but not related to this event.
Okay, then you can ask it in the Cybernetics group. Any other questions? Like you can ask me, Arpit, Deepikesh, Shubhadeep as well.
Actually, I want to join Phoenix.
Okay, yeah, like regarding that, you can ask, you can contact like Akansha Priya. She is the president, so she will be like able to guide you better. So Ratnadeep, Shivraj, Sakshi, Dipti. Any other questions? Okay, how should I start content writing as a beginner? So what Shubhadeep told, that you can start from blogging like technical content. You can like start with technical content writing as a technical blogger. Like you can write on medium.com, dev, or any of the platforms that Shubhadeep mentioned. So you can start from there. So like I suggest that you start from there, because when you will be like writing about some technical blogs or anything, you will be like seeing that how like you are introducing a topic in a friendly manner. But obviously you are introduced not in a friendly manner, but yeah, in a user friendly manner. But you are introducing it in such a in a formal language and a constructive manner. Like you are not shifting away from the topic, obviously, and you are just adhering to the topic in the whole article. So start with that, and then gradually, like if you are interested in technical content writing as an internship career, or any other form of career, like just Arpit mentioned that yeah, the technical content writers are less, but yeah, like you may be one of them. It might happen that you may have some skills for a technical content writer, and I know some of the technical content writers in the industry that are quite successful actually, like doing some technical content writing. Like you have heard about Shashi Tharoor. Yeah, you have heard about Shashi Tharoor. Like is his name like Arpit, is his name Shashi Tharoor? Yeah, like am I
Yes,
pronouncing it
yes,
right?
yes, Dev. Yes, Dev.
Yeah. Yeah. So, have you guys heard about him? So, yeah, he's not a technical content writer, but yeah, if you like read his books and some of his articles on newspapers, then you can see like his English is like his English is praiseworthy actually. Like his not technical actually, like his overall content writing skills are quite praiseworthy. And I often like read his articles in newspapers and also in social media as well. So yeah, like that. Like just gave him. I just mentioned his name as an example. So you can. So in this way, I'm like stating the point that yeah, as a technical content writer, if you do very good in the field and you have like any other career in any other career choice, if you try hard and obviously work hard towards making a career in technical content writing and being successful in it, yeah, there are less evidences, but yeah, you might be one of them if you like get a big break, and obviously like if you work hard in the field. Like perseverance is everything, I believe that.
And
So
also that
let
technical content writing is in fact a content writing, right? So
yeah.
when you're writing content, you I assume that it's not an assumption. The thing is that you will have to write it in English if you're writing it in technical field. So it will also help you be better at your English communication skill. Uh, in a written format. Like there will come a time when you will need to email someone. You may not be using your email at a large extent right now, but then when you are like opting for a job interview or a job, there's a thing called cold emailing where you email a random person, strangers, and ask them like what you can provide to them, and if they need any assistant or anything. So this skill that you kind of like develop right now, technical content writing, will definitely help you in those fields. And like I said earlier, that though technical content is like kind of a little less paying than other fields, still acquiring this skill is a very important one because it will open your doors to almost everything. Because communication is a part of learning process and building network. And it is often said that your network is your net worth. So you can start it this way. And yeah, back to Prachadadi.
The cold emailing also helps us in getting reference.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
And one more thing in addition to what Arpit said, like कंटेंट राइटिंग का एक एडवांटेज ये भी होता है, ना ही सिर्फ कंटेंट राइटिंग का, बट अगर तुम कोई भी चीज़ जानते हो, ओके, तो हो सकता है तुम उसको पूरी अच्छे तरीके से नहीं जानते हो। तो जब तुम उसको बताना शुरू करते हो, किसी को एक्सप्रेस करना शुरू करते हो किसी को, तो तुम उसके बारे में और अच्छे से सर्च करते हो। और कोशिश करते हो कि इस वे में लिखे ताकि सामने वाला भी अच्छा समझे। और इन दिस इस ये चीज करने में तुमको खुद वो चीज और बेटर समझ में आने लगता है। तो ये भी एक फायदा हो जाता है कंटेंट राइटिंग का।
Yeah,
Yes,
is
like that
completely right.
that sense ki yes, Subhadeep.
Divya is right, because also people can see your post, that whatever you have written, and they can judge you by that whatever you are writing, that might be technical or might be non-technical, that the people who are around you, they can say that in the comment section, they can say that you can improve here, you can write about these things, you can write about that things. So in this way you can improve yourself also by writing something. Also, same goes for technical and goes for non-technical topics.
Yes,
It also
Yes,
Subhadeep.
helps
and
us in
like
building
this
our
will give you an
concepts.
idea of how you connect with a larger audience.
Yeah.
Like before you start going out on stages and communicating to people in a verbal way, it is important that it is actually a good thing. It is actually, better thing that you started using a more written way where you have enough time to arrange your thoughts and put it on a piece of paper so that when it comes to like speaking on a larger audience in a real stage, then it will be more easier for you to communicate. So that is also one thing that starting with technical content writing can help you with.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, Priyanshu, you were telling something. Hello.
It also helps us in clearing our basics.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so like as we walk towards the end of the session, like Shubhadeep shared a Google Form link. Like here you can see a form link here. So this form, so the form link. So if you open the form link, like you will see you will see the deadline, date, and the instructions. So what are the instructions? So basically, you have to like go to a content writing platform like Medium, Dev, or any platform like Shubhadeep mentioned. You have to like create an account there. You have to write a content, like you have to write a particular technical blog on any particular technology. Whatever technology you choose, you can write like any technical blog. You have to like write there, and yeah, like you have to then post it as well. You have to like post it on that platform, and you have to share the link. Like there is a section, like there is a, not a section, like there is a input field where you have to like submit the form. So you have to submit your article link. So you have to like you have to submit your article link there, and yeah, that is the task. So like the people who are now in the session, like this is just go through the form, and there the clear instructions are there. And obviously like if you have any question, like you can ask. And yeah, like it can be based on any particular technical topic, and the deadline is tomorrow, is till tomorrow 11:59 p.m. So clear, like you can go to you can go to the form, and like you can write a topic. It's not like you have to write it lengthy, or like write it like on a particular technology, on a particular technology. Like you can write it on any like particular on any technology that you want, or any like technological trend that is going on in the market. And like you can make it informative. You can input data, statistics. You can input images as well if you want. And yeah, you have to post that article, and then a link will be generated obviously of your article, and you have to like paste it in the form. And you have the deadline up till until 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. And registration of the event and successful submission of this form will be held for the certification purpose. Like the people who will be registered, who are registered, and as well like will be submitting this form as well, will be eligible for certificates of this particular session. So clear? Like any questions, any doubts, you can ask.
The
Yeah.
actually the we have offline class tomorrow. in college. So can we
Yeah,
get
like
more time? Sir, Didi, actually, I have class from 10 to 1, again 2 to 5, and I will reach home by 7.
okay, then the I will be submitting the then like let's then I okay like submit the form, and I will be like extending the deadline up to today is 14, so 16th of December, uh, 12 p.m. or not 12, yeah, 16th of December. Okay, 16th of December, 11:59 p.m. Not 11:59. Okay, I will be like mentioning the deadline. Okay, I will be extending the deadline up to 16 December, and I will be mentioning the time as well. So no
Okay.
worries.
Okay.
It means we have to publish our article on the website, and that on that website we have to take the link